Have you ever looked around your home and wondered about the stories behind the everyday objects you use? You might be surprised to learn that some of the most common items have some pretty dark and twisted origins. Let's dive into 10 things you probably use all the time, without realizing their shocking backstories. First up, makeup. Specifically, mascara and eyeliner. We have the ancient Egyptians to thank for this beauty staple. They used a substance called kohl to create those dramatic cat eye looks. The dark side? Kohl was often made with lead, which we now know is highly toxic. They believed it warded off evil spirits, but it was likely causing serious health problems. Next, let's talk about your comfy sneakers. The process used to make rubber durable and waterproof is called vulcanization. It was pioneered by Charles Goodyear. He even sold his children's school books for money to continue his experiments. How about that morning treadmill run? The treadmill was actually invented in 1818 as a punishment device for prisoners in British jails. Inmates were forced to walk on this everlasting staircase for hours on end, which was both physically grueling and mind-numbingly monotonous. The power they generated was sometimes used to grind corn, but its main purpose was pure punishment. Ever taken an aspirin for a headache? Its main ingredient, salicylic acid, was originally derived from willow bark. But the company that mass-produced it, Bayer, has a much darker history. During World War II, its parent company used forced labor from concentration camps and was involved in horrific human experiments. Let's move to the nursery. Graham crackers, often a toddler's favorite snack, were invented by Sylvester Graham in the 19th century. He was a Presbyterian minister who believed that a plain, bland diet would curb immoral thoughts and suppress people's desires. High heels are a fashion statement today, but they started out as practical footwear for men. In the 10th century, Persian cavalry wore heels to help secure their feet in stirrups while riding horses, making it easier to shoot a bow and arrow. It was all about warfare, not fashion. What about something as innocent as a saw? Before modern medicine, amputations were brutal. Surgeons used saws that were basically just carpentry tools, and procedures were done without anesthesia. The invention of the chainsaw in the late 18th century was actually for medical purposes, specifically to make childbirth and bone cutting easier and faster. Still, pretty horrifying to imagine. Cornflakes also have a strange origin, similar to graham crackers. Dr. John Harvey Kellogg, a surgeon and health activist, created them at his sanitarium as part of a bland diet meant to promote wellness and, like graham, curb impure thoughts. He was a firm believer that a simple diet was key to a clean life. Your favorite photograph? The technology behind it has a grim link. Early photography used chemicals like mercury and cyanide. Many pioneering photographers suffered from mercury poisoning, which caused tremors, memory loss, and even madness, giving us the phrase mad as a hatter, since hat makers also used mercury. Finally, the humble fork. It took a surprisingly long time for forks to become common. For centuries, they were seen as scandalously unmanly and even diabolical in some religious circles. The clergy claimed they were an affront to God, who gave us hands to eat with. It took hundreds of years for the fork to stop being a controversial, almost evil object. So, the next time you put on makeup or grab a snack, remember the wild history hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more surprising stories.